And another way of thinking it is this left thumb. I want you to think of this. Your thumb starts at the ball. It doesn't matter what kind of grip you have, that thumb is going to point at the ball. And when you go back, everybody's way over here, and you're coming down here. And boy, this thumb now has got a lot of work to do to get back to that ball when you get down in here. So you got to know that it doesn't keep staying here. If your thumb hangs back here, pointing there, you're going to be a slicer, a push slicer. You got to know that a lot of the power in golf comes from the thumbs here, and then in just this much time, it goes whoom, and the club moves 5 feet. That's where the pros get all that power you don't see, is because the average amateur gets up here and he comes down here and he goes like this. There's no crossover power, where a lot of pros like a Tiger Woods will get down here real deep, or Hogan, Ben Hogan, real here, and then in just one little flash they go whoo, and they get all that crossover power. That's where a lot of the power comes, by taking that thumb, getting it back to square at impact, or if you draw it, making the thumb actually get ahead of the ball at impact, and that's a draw, and then you hit that way, okay? Another way of thinking about it is when you come in here is try to palm up with the left hand. Instead of palming this way, which makes the ball go over that way, is if you come in here and palm up here early, real early, palm this way, the ball's going to draw. You're going to hook the ball. Another way to look at it is what most people do is I pretend there's an arrow going right through my wrist. There's a hole in your wrist here. Points pretty much at the ball, okay? Pointing right at the ball. What most people do is the arrow now, of course, is pointing right here. Somewhere when you get in here, you got to get that arrowhead now to go back to the ball, or even lead. And so what you want to do is lead with this part of your wrist and have this part behind. Watch this. I'm going to try to hit a few of these. I'm going to make that arrow point right at the ball, thumb point at the ball. Come down here, I'm waiting, and then I'm gonna hit the left side of the range by almost leading that way. And overdo it at first. Palm it down too much at first. And watch what you do. What I'll do is I'll get right in here. Watch this, right here, here, turn it over. You see, and now you see that ball hooking right at the pin right there.